We are live, my friends, I think. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this thing of ours, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is it. Let me move this up here. Sorry about the finger. I don't even know where to start. Let us begin, first of all, by welcoming everybody, one and all. Hoping you were here. Let me go to my sign in here to see who's here, because I cannot read who is actually watching anything if I'm watching your whatever it is. Where is it? Let's go to live. And there we go, live. That's not it. In any event. Let's see who is there. That's right, my friends. Actually, I'm glad this is coming through. I'm using this device because, as you probably know, sometimes speaking directly into the camera does not work the same. Let's see who's here. Let me welcome everyone, one and all, ladies and germs. There we go. Hang on, I'm getting there. Got to be able to know how to use multiple. That's it. That's the ticket. All righty. Now I can see who's there. Susie Q, Snarky. I'm not going to say that. Freddie Haddad's there. Pure blood Beijing Yankee. 12:30 noon in China is in the house. Faith, a win for Trump. What is the win for Trump, Faith? Fill us in on that one, dear friend. How did President Trump win? Fill me in on that one, because it may have been a bit slow on that. Come on, everybody, come on forward. We have a bunch of people watching. We got to have the likes situated accordingly. There's Dave from the UK. Dave, how are you, Dave? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who's there. How did President Trump win? Sasha Rose. Good day, Sasha Rose. Bradley Sanders says, hey, I like this. I want to hear about that win for President Trump. Come on, fill me in. Are the protesters still in New York tonight? Were there protesters in New York? Fill me in. Pray tell, Freddie. Were they in? Debbie's from Newport Richie. I think we know what that NPR is. Jay is there. Fred, were there protesters in New York City? Yes, on YouTube. Didn't hear about them. Yesterday was a very strange day in terms of trying to focus and to pay attention. Susie Q, thumbs up. LA looks like a ghost town tonight. Alive with Lionel. Yes, Gracie. China has riots every night in every city. It's called line dancing. Very funny, Beijing. Did not see. Let me see anything. Let's go. Let me check this out. I feel so remote, so profoundly disconnected with this. Let us see what's going on right now. Let's see what's happening in the world of New York. Let's see what the Post says. Let's see what the Post says. Does the Post say anything about this? Let me see. Does the Post? Hang on a minute. Let me see. Oh, it says, at least 45 arrested during chaotic NYC anti-ICE protests as thousands flood the streets. I didn't see it. That's okay. By the way, what's interesting to note is to see a lot of folks, a lot of cops wearing the white T-shirts, which is very interesting. Not white T-shirts, the white officers. You see them really getting involved in this. So here is the thing, my friends. 45 arrested, thousands. Didn't see it. LA mayor imposes a curfew on downtown over increased vandalism and looting from riots. Broadway musical abruptly announces final show after Tony Awards drama in shocker. Don't know what that means. Bob Costas rips mainstream media for doing MAGA media. There really isn't two sides. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Trump on Miranda Devine's podcast, LA riot flag burners should get a year in prison. Newsom could be charged in theory. Flag burners should get a year? Wait a minute. What? Hang on a minute. It says here, President Trump has called for LA rioters who burned American flags to be jailed for at least a year. For a flag? Come on. Come on. Miranda Devine's Pod Force One. Good for Miranda Devine. No, we're not. Listen. I love the president. He says some stuff. The Supreme Court has absolutely stated, unequivocally, that burning an American flag, as reprehensible as that is, does not deserve or is protected by the First Amendment. I know people get all upset about that. You can't violate someone's First Amendment merely because you hate these people. If that makes any sense, you can't do that. And can someone tell me, I was listening before to something, maybe you could fill me in on this. Why in the name of God, does President Trump still have YMCA, a gay bathhouse tribute? Why is a president playing that as his music? That's okay, nothing wrong with that, but seriously, is that the tune you would want? I think we need like maybe the Rocky theme or something else. I'm just saying. Remember, you don't have to be a sycophantic you don't have to be a sycophantic Trump backer. Grace says, most Americans are in shock of what they are witnessing in LA. Trump will win the narrative. I believe so. What is taking the president so long? Carl Womble, ladies and gentlemen, says, are we going to talk about the famous Walker, Texas Ranger directed energy weapon episode again tonight? You know, that was weird. What was it? Was that last night? That was one of the wildest. Are you talking about this is the WABC reference. They are some of the wildest callers you have ever imagined. Definitely should upgrade the music choice. I'm just saying, Gitmo East First YMCA. How can you know that, Lionel? Gitmo EAS First YMCA. What does that mean? I have no idea. Copyright problems? No. I think there's no copyright problems with YMCA. In fact, I believe if I recall correctly, the author of that song made some reference to it. Remember that? Remember? 200, we have how many likes here? All right. We have minimal likes here, my friends. Let me see, sign in, just a second. There we go. How many likes do we have? We have 80 likes, 210 watching. I hate to do that, to keep saying, you got to like this. You got to like us. I sound like Sally Field, please. But you know what I'm saying. You know how this thing works. Uncle Lenny at the cutting room. Thank you, Bradley. Absolutely, July 19th, ladies and gentlemen. Krista says Gitmo was first a YMCA. Interesting. YMCA building. I did not know that. Didn't originally have a Rolling Stone. Remember he said it was, you can't always get what you want. What was that all about? You can't always get what you want? Then there was some reference to Bobby Kennedy. Remember when people thought John Kennedy, that they thought John Kennedy was alive? Eye of the Tiger's cute. I think, and I learned this from, believe it or not, a Michael Moore movie. I think we will rock you is the best thing. Not everything. I don't know if anybody really digs what's happening, but I would lose that. I really would. I'm going to make a note of this, by the way. We're going to be writing. These are my notes. I'm actually writing down a few notes here, which is also critical because, when I write this stuff down, I have to use my pen, and new song. How about We Will Rock You? I think that because boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. That's better than YMCA. Come on. You can't always get what you want. You can't. I can't write. Have you tried to write lately? Look how perfect my Palmer writing is. It's perfect. You can't always get what you want. Which is stupid because what does he say? You can't always get what you want with me? Let me ask you this. How many, quick question. Nobody look at this. Nobody look at this right now. But let me ask you something. How many days has President Trump been in office since his second inauguration? And what percentage of his total term does that represent? Quick, answer my question without looking at anything. What do you think? What do you think? The answer is 104, no. Yeah, 142 days, is that it? 142 days, and it's 9.72%. Now, answer one question for me. Do you think the president is doing enough? Yes or no? Answer my question. Do you think the president is doing enough? Do you think the president is doing enough? Do you feel, yes or no? Too early for math? Oh, American Woman, I like that. Very, American Woman, that's right, American Woman, that's good. American Woman. Stay away from me, but at least, sounds good. American Woman. Layla. I don't think he's done enough. Sorry. This makes no sense. Not regarding holding these clowns accountable. No, I don't believe so. It's been 10%. Who is the most effective and the least effective? Most effective so far, I think, in just sheer presence, is Stephen Miller. Just in terms of looking like he is. Cloudy Yonan. Hey, Cloudy weather. Had to take the stairs today. There was a flood or something. Had to take the stairs. You don't realize sometimes how steep stairs are or how out of shape you are by just going up a couple of floors. It's a color revolution. Look at No Kings and Partners. Yes, it is a color revolution. As you know, dear friends, I have on my Lionelmedia.com, I hope you've seen my what do you call it? Oh, for the love of God. I hope you've seen my, forgive me, newsletter. By the way, my sleep yesterday was so weird. I felt this incredible sense of energy. I'm thinking to myself, when you're also trying to go to sleep earlier when there's light outside, I felt like I really should be a lot more tired. I thought, I don't know what's going on. So I'm in a weird position. If I say something today that makes no sense, forgive me. 295 likes, 149. No, sorry. 295 watching, 149, 150 likes. I need 1,000 likes, my friends. Sorry, I hate to be like that. Cash is a waste of time. Cash is a waste of time. Dan Bongino, a waste of time. Tom Homan I like, but poor guy has to work on that speech. You got Cash in the eyes. Pam Bondi, no. Pleased to meet you. Hope you will be my friend. Sympathy for the devil? Wendy says, are the global cabal threatening Trump's entire cabinet? It's like they are all turned from tigers into kitty cats. Very interesting. SMH. She's shaking her head, ladies and gentlemen. That's where that SMH works. Am I yelling? I hope I'm not yelling. Bongino making a comeback. A comeback from what? He's a podcaster. I don't think he has any business. I think they all want to be stars. Little narco, least effective. Oh, he's the worst. Ryan says, protests rarely garner sympathy from the general public. Impeding traffic, looting stores tend to turn people against protesters' cause. Trump is playing this right, and the Dems kept tripping up. This is a very good point. Protests, I can't write. Protests garner, I got to print. Garner little What is the matter with me? I've had like a stroke. Some kind of ischemic. Ah! Not good. Very good, my friend. My generation, it is an insurrection. They're all on the same side. Josie Muldowney, ladies and gentlemen. Josie, are you any kin to Cha-Cha Muldowney? One of the great drag racers of all time. Cha-Cha Muldowney. Are you familiar with Cha-Cha Muldowney? I hope you are, my friend. Her name is Cha-Cha Muldowney. Ryan is right. Most people hate politics more than we do. I'm just at a point right now where, look, understand something. I'm not going to sit every night and kiss the president's ass. I love the guy. I'm sold. But so far, nothing. There has not been, oh, thank God for Alina Haba from New Jersey, who is arresting that, what is that Jadrul's name? Let me get her name. Alina Haba. Let me get this. Alina Haba. Let me see this. Where is she? Sean Diddy Combs is a cuck who may be bi-curious and ashamed to have sex with men, ex-girlfriend says in a bombshell testimony. He's gay. So people say, I don't know. You know what? A story, the Karen Reed story. Are you following the Karen Reed story? I'm not. I'm going through the various things. I want you to find this one story here. Her name is Alina Haba. Alina Haba. Bless her heart. U.S. Attorney Alina Haba announces McIver hit. Her name is, I love this name, LaMonica McIver was hit with a federal indictment for obstructing Homeland Security agents. That's the way to do it. Alina Haba, I thought to myself, one of the usual suspects of, oh, here we go, another one of these crew. They want to make sure, they're just the typical crew, the little Barbie. She wants to be pretty. Look at me. She wore her little jacket at the Madison Square Garden event. She's turned out to be fantastic. Remember something. If you are great, you are great. If you start off and I don't like you and you change, I'll tell you. If I start out liking you and you change, I'll tell you. I'm not going to be one of these sycophantic little butt boys for Trump who just yells and screams and laughs. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But at least Alina Haba, short of that, what have they done? What are the tariffs? Anybody know about the tariffs? What happened with the tariffs? Anybody what's going on here? I am absolutely, positively, 100% dissatisfied with what's happening right now. 100% dissatisfied. We need hardcore action. We need hardcore street action. We need to have, in essence, our own NGO on the, how do I say this? Karen is being framed. Karen. Fred Haddad says, I'm sorry, which Karen are we talking about? Where is Stormy Daniels? Martial law this weekend? There's no martial law. Hey, Lionel, you're aware that both Trump and Elon exposed the existence of body doubles, right? Coincidence that manufactured riots start instantly? No. Be careful with the coincidence. There's always something that happened prior to something happening. Recently, I'm finding that sometimes there are people I know who are getting sick. Heard a case of the day of someone I know who might have some blood disorder. Another woman might have a stroke, might have whatever it is. Whatever. And people are saying, aha, the vaccine. I'm thinking, why do you know it's the vaccine? Why do you know it's the vaccine? What about the tariffs? Next Firo says tariffs are boring news. I want to know whatever happened to this. China in the second day of negotiation on tariffs. Karen Reed. What about Karen Reed? Let me see. Karen Reed. Let's go back to what Freddie says. Karen Reed is being framed. Karen Reed is being framed. Oh, that one. I have had absolutely no interest whatsoever in the Karen Reed trial. I don't know her. Yogi Boy says, Alina is talented but relented during fake Trump trials. Now I give benefit of doubt. Trump is 5 degrees of normal chess match above us, normal genius. I like that. I thought she is too versed and smart. Josie says, sometimes something happens, then something else happens. Wait a minute. I'm going to quote you on that. Josie Muldowney says, sometimes something happens, then something else happens. You are correct about that, my dear friend. You are correct. Snowden's route, 5x7 or 9x11. How about Dave Portnoy standing on his tippy toes because he's not 5'10"? That piece of shite. I can't stand. Did you see that? Can you believe? If you're lying about that, the judge in the case is complicit in the framing. Framing? The judge was not. Framing would be for her to be charged. I don't know. I'm going to Fred. I'm gonna let you take care of that one. I have no idea. I'm a very stable genius, Trump. Trump has said some things in the past that. See, but I love Trump. Trump gets a pass from me. Trump gets a pass. Trump can say so much stuff that is just so absolutely nuts. 355. All right. You're going to be listening, are you not? You're going to be listening, are you not? Tell me. Coming up in 7 minutes. 7 minutes, the Lionel Show on WABC. 770 AM. Huh? All right. What wrongs did the governor of California do? SOS. That's a good question. What did the governor of California do? Come on, class. My bad. So sorry, Lionel. About what, Fred? I love talking like this. Somebody will. Years ago, I knew somebody who was in a 12-step program, who went to somebody, and part of the, I don't know what step it is, but you have to go back and you have to apologize for things you've done in the past, things you've done which are horrible, things you've done which are terrible. And he went to somebody and said, listen, I'm sorry for such and such. And he said, what do you mean? Well, that time, that was you? So be careful when you apologize for stuff. And also, as Freddie Haddad said, I don't know who up in the line we're talking about. Uncle Lenny, you change like the wind. Change like the wind. How do I change like the wind? I don't change. They change. What have I changed for just no particular reason? What have I changed about? That's interesting. Where? Hearsay is one thing, but evidence is what counts. Hearsay is evidence because there's thousands of different exceptions to the hearsay rule. What did Newscom do right is a real question. Very good. Notice the hysterical laughter emoji. I like that. It's very good. Blue changed spelling to accommodate the wind. Blue changed spelling to accommodate the wind. I think I've listened to Lionel for about a decade. He hasn't changed. Well, I don't know if I've changed. I don't change. The facts change. I don't know what you're talking about. In any event, my friends, you are beautiful. Who loves you? I do. Yogi says, there must be some moves played. That makes no sense at the moment, but in time will make sense. I trust in Trump since I became a fan. 2014, 2015, after reading his non-existent policies, MSM. Loving the radio show. Thank you, Sin. Well, anyway, I'm going to run. Got to get ready for this. 770 or 77 WABC. Get the app. Also go to WABCradio.com. And I'm going to also do a shout out to my demented, you crazy nuts in the conspiratorium. You crazy, lunatic, beautiful people that I love with a passion. You're nuts. You're out of your fucking mind. All of yous. But you know what? I love you. I mean that. All right, dear friends. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Stay tuned and stay subscribed because I don't know when I'm going to be on. Who knows? Especially today, I am out of my mind. I think I'm tired. I'm not sure. In any event, have a great day, my friends. We love you. Okay? Lionel Nation, make sure you're subscribed. Like this video. See you later. Don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Da-da. I'll get back with you later.